I'm just trying to get a cup of tea and something hot to eat. Please, if anyone could help, I'll be very, very grateful.
Change here for Central, Circle, District, Waterloo City Line, and GLR. This is the Northern Line train traveling to Morton.
Jag ser bara på sidan att vi har något okej, säg mig.
Però dai, siamo tutti dentro quanto nostro.
And then she told me, any old rule. You don't speak in your from
Like 6:30 a.m. from and I arrived here 8:30 a.m. But it's actually 3 hours. But we're having So I said it's a rope. But I'm planning to get a SIM card.
Is different from the previous passport or the same? Are you sure?
Just a bit older. Just 10 years older, yeah.
If in case, worst case scenario, when then take a form to sign from your friend.
No, I've got all that done.
If you get no,
If you have
then
any
section
trouble
10.
after it, yeah.
No,
You'll be,
then
you'll be
section.
back for another
Because you
term.
got appointment, no. Sometimes
Yes,
it
I'll pass.
depends upon the passport service people. So better what you do, get the signature from your friend. This is different from the previous passport or the same? Are you sure?
Just a bit older. Just 10 years older, yeah.
If in case, worst case scenario, when then take a form to sign from your friend.
No, I've got all that done.
If you get no,
If you
then
have any
section
trouble
10.
after it, yeah.
No,
You'll be,
then
you'll be
section.
back for another
Because you
term.
got appointment, no. Sometimes
Yes,
it
I'll pass.
depends upon the passport service people. So better what you do, get the signature from your friend. This is the true likeness of what's your name?
Susan